Welcome. As you can see, I'm walking towards the red brick rotunda, the Victorian engineering marvel, and the iconic glass dome. I just look towards the right of me, and that is the famous Cutty Sark. So welcome to the south side. I do have the Dji Neo 2 with me, following me, so I'm alone. And you're going to get my slip-ups, my mistakes, but I don't care, this is the reality. Come on, let's go down. Again, welcome to those who are visiting the UK. This is just a regular walk. This is way before 6 o'clock AM in the morning because it is far too busy, and I just wanted to give you guys an idea of looking at the white walls, how secure it is, and what a unique feature of London, in particular Greenwich. Now, before the tunnel opened on August the 4th in 1902, you could only really cross the Thames by getting some unreliable but extortionately expensive ferries. This is a problem. Thousands of dock workers living in South London. The daily commute to the shipyards on the Isle of Dogs was a dangerous gamble. As you guys are familiar with films, London, the Thames, the River Thames, high tides and a great deal of fog. But again, as you can see, have a look at this. You've got up here to the right of me, you've got the elevator or the lift. And here we go, right into the tunnel. Here we go. Right, come on then, come on, let's go. Let's have a look there, and as you can see, the cyclists do have to dismount. Cycling is not permitted. It is the Greenwich Foot Tunnel for a reason. Have a look at the walls, you can see the pressure that the water is creating. The lighting's very good. Clear signs on the floor saying no cycling, as you can see. Dji Neo 2 is following lovely, nice and clear. I'm taking a brisk walk. It, on average, takes 10 to 12 minutes, they believe, but I'm going to walk quickly and see how this works. So just take notice. To the left, to the right, you'll see aspects of water, not a problem, it's very, very safe. It's safe because the vision was made. Sir Alexander Binnie designed this tunnel to provide a free, all-weather link to those workers. As we enter, already done, the rotunda, you could notice that I took the 100-step spiral staircase. And as you can see, it spirals right down deep, and as you can see, I've been pointing out these cycle notifications. Modern lifts were added in 1904, but the original spirit of the public highway remained unchanged. Previously, when designed, there were 200,000 white gleaming tiles. But this wasn't easy. The construction began in 1899. Workers dug through the riverbed by hand. Can you believe that? Here we go. We've got a fellow commuter doing the proper job. Good morning. Doing the proper job of dismounting of the cycle and walking the cycle through. That's great. However, as I was saying, they dug through the riverbed by hand. installing cast iron rings segment by segment to hold back the immense weight of the Thames. You can't hear it right now, but I can hear that I'm walking underwater. But on average, it's understood that around about 4,000 people use the tunnel on a daily basis. It can be silent, it can be eerie, and there are cameras here for surveillance just to keep people safe. You can hear the drips of water, but also there are things that people believe that this part is haunted. Now, I'm walking through this particular part of the tunnel. This is the reinforcement, because during September 7th, 1940, the Blitz, and this particular part was hit by a high explosive bomb. The tunnel at that particular time flooded completely, but because it was vital to the war effort, they pumped it out and repaired. Here we are, the North Lift. Come on. Come on then, I'm talking to you guys, the viewers, and the Dji Neo too. Let's go, come on. Up the stairs we go. Come on. I'm not too fussed about taking the elevator, the lift. It's nice to have a great walk. The engineers bolted 30 iron collars into the damaged section that I just walked under earlier. So, a tunnel within a tunnel. It is still visible more than 80 years later, but a refurbishment took place in 2010 and 2014. This allowed updated lighting, the elevators, the lifts, but in essence, it's maintained its look. So we're approaching the north side, and we're approaching what we call the island gardens and the Canaletto view. So now this, as we look to quickly pop out, we're approaching the Isle of Dogs. Okay, there we go. All right, come on Dji Neo, let's go Neo 2. Okay, so Will Crooks, a local politician, opened the gardens in 1895. You can't really see it because it's still very dark out and it's still very early in the day. Okay, so I'm just going to point you to some signage where you can provide information. There you go. Have a look at that. Okay, the famous view. As you can see, the river's ahead and it brings about the Canaletto view. To my left, further afield, you can see the old Royal Naval College. And this, at the particular time, is known as the Queen's House and the Royal Observatory. That's placed on the hill. Sir Christopher Wren called this spot to view his own hospital that he designed. And here we are. I'm just going to let you listen to the music while I take a stroll in the early hours of the morning. So that was a nice quick walk, around about 7 minutes, so 5 minutes up on the 10 to 12 minutes estimation of the walk. Here I make a mistake. I switch over the Neo 2 from the Follow Me to use in the mobile phone, the cell phone. Please don't do that, guys. It moves away from the Follow and then it initiates the GNS and the GPS. This creates an issue. Here we go. Have a look over here. This is London. Though it's dark, London is a beautiful place. It's very clean along here. I've just had to make that because Lots of people think that London's dirty. Of course, every city has its dirty element. But this is early in the morning. You can see that the bins or the refuse, look over there to the right. Yeah, lovely. There you go. The daffodils. I don't have to be at home in Wales to see the daffodils. The Neo 2 now is starting to struggle in terms of the lighting, even though there's the lighting. It doesn't really help that I've got a navy blue Chicago Bears cap and also a black jacket on. But there we go, the lovely gardens. It's really nice here, really tranquil. Come to London, come to United Kingdom, enjoy. And here we are, headed back over there. Directly ahead of me you can see the colours, the lighting of London. And now start to disappear. You can see that the Neo 2 lighting, even though it has radar, in terms of the LiDAR system, it struggled to track me. It would not respond to my palm landing request. No, it's not responding. Let me go over here. Look, I'm over here.